as at the 31st of January, there were only 2 ministries that has spent over 80% of their development budget. Only 2 as at end of January. That was Ministry of Minerals and Energy and Ministry of Land and Water Affairs. And then there were those that were between 60 and 80%, including Ministry of Finance, Local Government, Infrastructure and Environment. And then quite a number of ministries were ranging between 20% and 60%. And there were those that were below 20%. And those below 20% include Administration of Justice, Ministry of Labor and Home Affairs, Parliament, Ministry of Youth. So those were the 4 that are below 20%. I thought it was important that I also share this information with you. We will refine the report and try to see what further analysis and information we can continue to share with you. We believe that sometimes we budget for projects where they are not actually 100% ready for implementation. The money is there, and then when you get to actual implementation, you realize that there are still a few more steps that needed to have been taken before actually giving them a budget. The other issue is that really, when it comes to development budget, a lot of those projects you have to go to tender. There's a good percentage of projects that end up in litigation. Most of the projects end up in litigation, and we have projects that say they've been delayed by up to 5 years because company A didn't get the tender, therefore they think there was corruption. I'm not saying there's no corruption, but I'm saying it's really a cause of concern that most of our projects end up in court. People taking us to court because they think somebody was not supposed to have been given that tender. So that is a major issue. That is why in the new Public Procurement Act, we have changed the law such that we do not, in the process, undermine implementation of development projects. We've also set up a public procurement tribunal so that we can speed up hearing of such disputes.
What you see in the NDP, in the Public Investment Programme, is there's something called the TEC, the total estimated cost of a project. And that TEC can be spread, or it will be spread over a number of years. So if a ministry doesn't spend the annual budget allocation in a project in 1 year, it's possible for that to be transferred to the next year, as long as it's still within the total estimated cost that's provided for in the NDP. So unlike recurrent budget, so if a ministry doesn't spend part of its recurrent budget, at the end of the financial year it drops to 0. They can't carry it forward. But with development projects, it still has to be budgeted for in the annual budget next year, but it's easier to carry that unspent balance forward as long as it's within the overall cost provided for in the plan.